Best regards, dear tutor and partners. I am Rosa Maria Frade, and today I'm going to talk about the topic proposed by the educator Eduardo Briceño, related to the learning and performance zones. The first one is related with all the activities we do during our life in order to improve our skills. The first activities are classworks, videos, homeworks, readings, and check-ins. Focus on feedback, only how to get better. The expectations are mistakes, error, relearning. The benefit, prepare for future performance. Performance zones is related with all the activities that we dominate, trying to minimize errors and reach objectives. The goal, to do our best, activities, exams, tests, presentation, papers, deliberations. Focus on grade, what I can do. Expectations, demonstrate knowledge and skills. Benefit, current performance. According to the investigation conducted by Eduardo Briceño, in spite that we do during our life our best work, we don't improve our skills. The situations is because we spend most of our time in performance zones and less time in the learning zones. So the idea to this conference is to give you some recommendations and to show some consequences to spend time, the most of time, on performance zones than in learning zone. Recommendation. First of all, it's important to say that learning zone promotes critical thinking. So, if you are a teacher, it's very important that you should look opportunities among students in order to encourage. Encourage what? About complex problems without an exact answer, discussion, confusion, misunderstanding. When errors occur, it's necessary to investigate, to reflect, to deliberate from the errors, because from the errors we can learn. I mean, errors, it's an important part of our learning process. Feedback is not only to give feedback to our student, but only to receive from there. If as a teacher we have probably a project, is very, very necessary to share our project with our students in order to receive from their comments, opinions, observations about that. And also it's good to share our mistake with them. The idea is that the students begin to recognize the school as a place in which they improve their skills, not only a place when they show they already know. About consequences of investing more time in the performance zones than the learning zone are: comfort zone. Comfort zone is a position where the student or worker enjoy working with others, but they don't need the need to improve or develop our own skills or challenge. In these comfort zones, the students avoid making effort in work or studies. The next one is poor result in tests. For Colombian case, the result produced by PISA tests are very, very terrible, because this test is applied to students to 15 years old in order to measure the level reached in reading comprehension and resolution from problems. Accuracy and rating. With frequency, we hear students saying that the teacher only asks for tasks or words only to accuracy and rating the tasks, because as a teacher we don't give our students enough significant comments or feedback about their works. The next one is are not encouraged creativity and curiosity. Generally is repressed and avoided. As I said in the previous slider, errors isn't used as an opportunity to learn. So it's very important to recognize that errors is important in our process, in our learning process. So I think that some conclusion from this topic are the teachers sometimes in their desire to cover the most of contents expect from their students correct answer. For this reason, our students only participate when they know the correct answer, and they think that silly questions aren't important. I think silly questions, doubts are very necessary to increase our learning zones. And finally, I would like to talk about a very successful case like Cirque du Soleil. When we see the presentation maybe last 1 hour, we see beautiful performance, but the time that they are spent practicing is very, very, very lot. For example, maybe they spend, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours during the day preparing and improving their act only for 1 hour of show. So it's very necessary to take into account that we need to be learner all our life in order to be successful, not only in our work, but only in our professional life. So this was my presentation. Thank you very much.